Well, we're here to protest at the consensus for cuts that's going on behind us, and that's what it is. Fine Gael and Labour have joined with Fianna Fáil and the Green Party in agreeing a consensus for cuts. It's going to mean that people on welfare income, people on low to middle incomes are going to be tortured in the upcoming budget in December. Sinn Féin says there's a better way. Go after those who can afford to pay, and we mean those who can afford to pay, and there's plenty of wealth in the country to do that. That's what the government should be doing. They're talking about property tax when people can barely make their mortgage repayments. They're talking about water charges when people are sending their children to school and to bed at night hungry. And I think they're going the wrong way. They need to go after those who can afford to pay. We're opposed to this consensus for cuts, and we'll continue to oppose them, and we'll continue to advocate strongly for a proper, fair budgetary process to work our way out of this economic mess. No, we're not a lone voice. We have the ICTU, the ICTU are behind us. There are a number of substantial academic voices who are agreeing entirely with us that 2014 is too short a process for such savage economic correction. And no, we have substantial support now in the broad community and academic sector, and we're looking forward to building on that support.
Look, the people who are meeting this afternoon have agreed to a cut in the deficit to 3% by 2014, and that's just a recipe for savage cuts in health services and other very, very necessary public services. And Sinn Féin are barred from that meeting because we've said that isn't good enough. We've said that we don't accept that this can be done in that time frame. And we've also put forward, and we'll be doing so in great detail, costed proposals for how the economy can be stimulated, how people can be protected, how jobs can be created, and Queevy might want to give you some flavour of that.
Well, again, the meeting today by the leaders of Fianna Fáil, the Green Party, Fine Gael and Labour is, as we have already described, a further attempt on the part of this government to have opposition parties back their slash and burn approach, and they're laying the ground in hopeful preparation for their budget cuts on December the 7th. We think it's very unfortunate that both Fine Gael and Labour have decided to back the 3% deficit reduction by 2014, and it is particularly regrettable that the Labour Party have failed to see that this is an opportunity not for a consensus of cuts, of which they are now a party to, but for a consensus for real recovery, where parties of the left in broad coalition with the trade union movement, with community and voluntary sector, with other progressive voices, should indeed be offering that alternative and giving real leadership to the people. And it is on the people that I would like to conclude my remark at this point, because the main bundle, the main body of people who have not been consulted is not just Sinn Féin, it's the people at large. They have not been consulted, they've been excluded from any consultation, and they now need to be consulted, and the only way that can be done is through a general election.